so I'm here today with Coach Bo. He has been coaching here in Ulysses for 15 years. And where else have you coached? I'm sorry.
North Dakota.
North Dakota. That's where he coached hockey. And here in Ulysses, he coached middle school basketball, middle school track, and middle school football.
And summer weeks.
And summer weeks. Perfect. Coach Bo, today I'm just going to ask you a few questions on, your differences in sportsmanship and gamesmanship, just kind of get your viewpoint on that today. So my first question for you is, do you believe that sportsmanship is an important part of your coaching philosophy, and if so, why?
I would say it is. I'm a believer in that sports are used to help athletes learn valuable life lessons. Through that, you have to learn to work with others in your professional career. So using sport to teach them right and wrong, to help them live their life as they grow.
Sports can play a positive role in this, correct? All right. If you can recall, what's one event regarding a good sportsmanship that sticks out to you from your experience?
We had beaten a team that we haven't beaten in 5 years, and they trashed our locker room pretty good. And our team went and kicked up pieces, threw all the trash away, and fixed it.
Was that kind of something that you did on your own? Or did you tell your players to, or did they just kind of, it's natural, they just did it?
They did it themselves, but they may have picked up on us and talked about how we take care of our facilities and stuff, but we didn't prompt them to clean up the locker.
So learn productive environment. Awesome. Have you had any issues with players where they have been reprimanded regarding unsportsmanlike conduct either during practice or competition?
Yes, we've had some students use poor language towards one another during practice and in the locker room when we were competing, and so they lost playing time with their choice of words and body language. In games, we had kids not shake hands, so they sat them out the first quarter or the first half, depending on which sport or what I felt was an appropriate punishment for certain things like that. I had a kid break his hand punching the wall, and so that kid, when he returned healthy to practice again, he missed some playing time for getting injured and breaking his hand.
So regardless of practice or competition, your pre-rules set in place no matter what. That's good. It holds team accountable, both on and off the field. So, how have you dealt with unsportsmanlike issues on your team? Like, have you given any penalties, etc.?
Yeah, loss of playing time, loss of practice time, depending what took place and what. The hard part is that administration has rules in play, and so getting into it daily because he didn't feel it broke the team or the school rules, but it broke our team rules.
Team rules and admin rules didn't mesh well.
Yeah, so I held him to a higher standard in the school, so I got a little pushback and did get some more than my parents would want me, but I stuck to it. I believed in it. Our coaches had told the kids this is how things are going to unfold if it happens.
Well, you should stick to it. If you change your mindset during the season, it kind of defeats the purpose. Are you familiar with the term gamesmanship?
Ish, yeah.
Well, so we did talk about the wrong ball example. So, going off of that example, what would you say gamesmanship is to you?
To me, gamesmanship is knowing your particular rules of your activity or sport and using them within the rules to gain an advantage.
Good. I like that. Keeping things inside the lines, right? Knowing what you can do and what you can't do. Do you utilize gamesmanship as part of your coaching strategy? And if so, could you give me an example?
Yes, I would say I use gamesmanship in my coaching based off of I want to put our kids in the best position to be successful and win the games. When we compete, we want to win. It's not all about winning, but we're trying to win. So an example would be trying to steal a timeout in basketball when we can when the call is 50-50 and trying to take advantage of the ref hearing me call for a timeout, even though we may not have possession of the games, trying to steal an advantage that way. Other gamesmanship is just kind of teaching the kids to know how far we can push the boundary before it becomes against the rules and cheating, because we don't want to teach kids to cheat. But you can, depending on the sport, you can teach them how to maximize a specific infraction or the gray line in the rules are.
Putting the kids in the best situation to win, right? Without breaking the rules. I like that, Coach. Do you consider gamesmanship as taking advantage of the rules or cheating? And do you feel that advantage is gained at that?
I don't think gamesmanship is cheating. In my definition, if I'm not specifically breaking the rule and there's a gray area, and I can take advantage of it, and it helps our team succeed, I think that is fair. Now, if I am blatantly breaking the rule in it, that's cheating. I don't stand by that. If it's within the rules and in the gray area, I don't think it's cheating, because the other team can do it too.
It's fair both ways. It's just a basic knowledge. You know one thing and they don't know. Yeah. Education, yeah. Do you utilize a positive strategy regarding diversity on your team's religion, gender, race, economics?
I can't speak to positivity, and I don't, but we live in an area right now where we have some really low economic players on our team, and a few that are well off. And the biggest issue we've come across is kids making fun of kids for what kind of shoes they're wearing or the type of equipment they can afford or the hand-me-downs. And so we squash that through our team expectations of how we treat one another and things like that. But I don't know if that would be in a positive philosophy or what the question was, but we squash that through our teammates.
Yeah, you kind of already set that preseason guidelines of how to treat everybody. Yep, perfect. Have you ever dealt with any diversity issues with your team members, such as players not accepting team members due to gender identification, socioeconomic status, religion, or anything of that nature?
No gender issues. And again, the area we are in, I'm the minority. So I've had more pushback on, oh, you're doing things because I'm white. And it's because you're white and I'm black towards the coach, but not towards any racial things between teammates. And I kind of talked about it earlier. Social, economics, yes, but we squash that right away. That's not going to be tolerated type stuff. And it depends which kid and what they're being told at home on how important material items are. It's not really even a huge factor minus a couple of kids.
$300 glove works the same as a $100 glove, right?
Yeah.
All about the effort and practice you put in, not the stuff you buy. I understand that, Coach. And then last question I have for you today: do you address diversity acceptance in your preseason, and do you feel it's a necessary element in your coaching responsibilities?
I think it's a element in my responsibilities that I need to do better and we need to have in our program. But I'm also a believer in if something's not really a problem, I don't want to point it out and make something become something when it's not. But mentally being prepared to be reactive and squash any of that stuff may arise.
So if there's no problem, don't create the problem.
Yeah.
But you do have the background awareness of how to interact with this issue if it does come towards your team.
That's necessary.
Yep. All right. Well, that's all I got here. So thank you, Nick, for.
Yep. Thank you.
Yep. Have a great day.
You too.